Hello, 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 hello. It's Friday, and I hope everybody is getting ready to do something really great tonight or this weekend. Just have a good time, and just go out and have your weekend and have a lot of fun and everything. So I hope everybody is getting ready to have fun. Probably going to some Halloween parties on this weekend. I think I'm going to something on tomorrow night and enjoying myself and stuff. So, just have a good time in the blustery, winter weather. I'm sorry, fall weather. All of those folks on the East Coast, please be careful. I hear there's a big storm headed that way. And so you guys take care and be careful on that coast. All right. So, what did I come to talk about today? Well, I'm just going to talk about baby news, which is really no news. I'm not really pregnant at this point that I know of, but just talking about the stuff that's been happening about trying to make a baby when you're a little bit older, and stuff. And like I say, I don't regret doing it now. It's a lot harder doing it now. I'm sure it would have been a lot easier in my 20s, but as easy as it would have been to get pregnant, it would have been a lot harder to raise a baby. So I'd rather it be harder to get pregnant than harder to raise a baby. Because right now, the idea of raising a baby is very, very easy. I don't have anything to worry about. It's not really that big of a deal. It's just kind of wanting a child and stuff and getting pregnant. So we've been trying for a couple of months, and you have to do a lot of planning and a lot of scheduling, more scheduling than I've ever done before regarding, conception and having sex and stuff. And it's been quite an adventure to do all the planning around this. It's great. You get to have a lot of sex, but it's usually sex that's really on like a really detailed schedule. So right around ovulation time. So you have to check for that. And then you have to do it every other day. You can't do it one day after the other and stuff. And so it's a lot of scheduling. Then you have to wait. And then you get to check to make sure, to see if you're pregnant or not and all that stuff. So it's a lot. And you only have a certain amount of time once you ovulate and all this stuff. And it's just a lot of detail. And my thought was just, oh my God, here I am, a responsible, adult, a person who's ready for motherhood and and parenthood and everything. Two people who are ready for parenthood, really excited about being parents and all that stuff. Have everything that we need to be parents. Just at a better place all around, financially more stable. Hey, mentally more stable. And stuff. Happy and all that sort of stuff. Have a nice place to live and and live in a good community and all that sort of stuff. So all the kind of stuff you want, two working cars that are really nice and all this stuff, all the stuff you want to have a baby. And it's just a little more difficult having the baby. And so my thought is like, what was the plan here? God, what was the plan here? With these little, knothead youngsters. I mean, literally, they're bumping shoulders and getting pregnant, okay, and stuff. And it's just like, oh, this is so frustrating. A bunch of idiot kids are getting pregnant. But the thought probably is, kids weren't always idiots. They're just idiots now. And and so the thought, is probably, hey, there was a time that, children, younger people were a lot more responsible than they are today and stuff, and a little more, just a little more grown up and stuff. And parents were really making their children be more responsible. But now you just got a bunch of nitwits having babies and stuff. And so yes, it is a little frustrating that two people who have decided to be married and responsible, uh, are having a harder time having a child. It isn't the easiest thing to get pregnant at 40. It's not impossible, but it's not the easiest thing because I said before, whatever amount of eggs as a woman you have, that's what you're going to have, and they just kind of dwindle as time goes on. So it gets a little bit harder and stuff, but it's just, kind of the scheduling and all the rest of the stuff. And it gets a little like, oh, I'm not a very patient person, so I'm very, just I admire all the people that take a long time, that are 2, 3 years trying to get pregnant, because of issues of age and infertility and stuff like that. I admire their chutzpah and their determination to want to get pregnant, and that's going to be a very lucky child to have those sort of parents and stuff. I don't know how long I can sort of take this, being patient with the whole thing. Like I said, we've only been doing this for a couple of months, not even 3 yet, and I'm already, like, oh, come on, this is taking a long time and stuff. I'm not very patient. It's not one of my virtues, that's for sure. But I'm learning how to be patient, and I'm also testing, just faith in God that, hey, the thing that is supposed to happen will happen and stuff. So we're just still doing all this stuff, and it's all doing like the natural way. There isn't, at this point, I'm not thinking about going to an infertility clinic. I hear you do that. Yeah, 3 to 6 months in, if you haven't got pregnant, maybe you go to an infertility clinic, everybody gets checked and all that sort of stuff. So hopefully we won't have to do any of that. But of course, I'm off of birth control, and to tell you the truth, I'm really happy I'm off of that stuff. Man, I've been on that stuff a long time, and I think some of those hormones were really doing a number on me and stuff. I will never be back on that stuff. And if I would have knew it would be like this when you weren't on birth control, I would have got on with that stuff a long time ago. Everything is flowing, everything is natural, everything is moving, everything is grooving, you're feeling good and everything. And, so I'm just like, okay, enough. No more birth control ever in life, even once we get pregnant and stuff, even after I have a child, there will be no more birth control because I like this feeling. And to tell you the truth, hey, we've been having lots of unprotected sex, and hey, no baby yet. So now I'm not giving anybody any advice about that. There are natural ways for you to do birth control, and there are books out there that talk about those. There are natural ways for you to do birth control. I'm 40. Okay, and I'm not saying this for women that are in their 20s or 21 or all this stuff. You probably need to be on birth control and stuff, or some condoms, or something. To protect yourself, even if you are in a long-term relationship with somebody, you've been in a long-term relationship with somebody for a long time, you're not married, and, you want to make sure that you don't, bring a child into kind of a really messed up situation and stuff. But hey, for us older ladies whose eggs have sort of diminished some, it's not that bad. And I must say, I enjoy the kind of nature taking its course when it comes to me and the feelings regarding birth control. I'm really happy not to be on birth control anymore. Don't really know how to tell you how happy I am, and that I'm probably not going to go on it. I was not feeling well for a long time here over the last couple of months and stuff. And once I got off of it, I started feeling a lot better. So, I just think it's from taking those damn hormones so long and stuff, and then they start doing all kinds of wonky stuff to your body and everything. So I take enough medication as it is. I can definitely stay off of birth control for the rest of my life and be okay with doing that. Okay, so that's kind of the big news regarding the baby. Yes, we're still going along. And yes, we still plan on having a baby. Yes, they're still trying to have a baby and everything. We haven't really done anything. Once we figure out the pregnancy stuff, then it'll be time to start going to the doctor once a week and all that sort of stuff, and getting all the information and stuff. But I'm keeping on a really regimented, stringent diet that I have been on since I first started talking to the doctor about getting pregnant. And they put me on this kind of eat the same thing at the same times every day. And I've adjusted it some because I figured some stuff out, is that I don't have to eat at the same time. I just have to eat at the same time, intervals every day. Aha, that works. And I do need snacks. Snacks weren't something I did as a diabetic for a long time, but I do need snacks to make sure that my blood sugar stays stabilized and everything. I always have lots of stuff on handy if I get low blood sugar. Am I going on the insulin pump? I don't know. I have no idea about the insulin pump. I was thinking about going on the insulin pump, but I seem to have no problem dealing with this without the insulin pump. Do I really want to be stuck with a pump stuck to me all the time? I don't know. I have to think about that. It may be something that I want to do, but they're going on and on about some extra stuff. But I'm like, hey, once I get pregnant, hey, if I need the pump, just give it to me. Let's get it over with and stuff. That's kind of the patience that sometimes it's kind of demanding. Hey, I've been this way. I've been a patient of diabetic for 30 years. It's just so much you can take and stuff. You know your body way better than the doctor does and stuff. So, you need to let them know what it is that you need. And I let people know what I need. I'm that sort of patient. And stuff. But everything else is going pretty well. We're just excited and stuff. I'll talk a lot about having a baby and stuff to do and parenting and getting some, just certain stuff straight before it kind of happens and everything, before everything happens and stuff. And we want to be as prepared as possible, and stuff. There's no perfect situation. There's kind of no perfect time. And, there's no perfect people to be parents, but we're trying our very best. And I love my husband and my husband loves me. And we're really excited about being parents, and stuff, and really excited about having a child, and kind of, some of the kind of glossiness is maybe fade away. It's not like I'm not really excited about doing it, but you have this, but now you get to think, hey, yeah, this is a baby and this is a person, and you have to raise this person to be a responsible adult, and you have to go through these phases of a child's life and all this sort of stuff. And so I want to make sure that I am healthy on my end, physically healthy, and if there's anything that I need to discuss with someone, some things that I might be a little scared about, kind of my own emotional health and stuff, and making sure that that stuff is something that, hey, I handle, talk about, and do something about, and stuff. And I'm really proud of myself for doing that, for preparing for this child and making a prep, because most people just kind of get pregnant and it's just like, oh yeah, and they forget that this is another human being different from you. It will have a different personality. It'll be a different person from you and stuff. And you have to think about all that sort of stuff. How are you preparing, to have a wonderful human being come on this earth, and for them to be a wonderful human being, and at some point make someone a wonderful spouse, or or something like that, or a wonderful parent. How do you do that? Leave a legacy. This child can't be me. I can't be the child, and stuff. And so that's really very conscious to me, is that, if I have a child, the child is a gift. That's, to me, is always a gift from God. And you have the child is a gift from God, but that's something that I have to give God back. And I need, God's help to be able to raise my child to the best of my ability. So we're going, we're getting preps and figuring some stuff out. It's not like we don't know how to change diapers and all that little stuff like that, and I see a lot of mommies and talk to a lot of mommies and all that sort of stuff, and they give me good information. Thank you, mommies, for giving good information, and thank my mom and the folks that I know and love for giving me lots of good information, and stuff that'll help me. Because, yeah, sometimes it is a little bit of a panic. I go and think, oh boy, do I really want to do this? It's a little bit of a panic. But, like I say, there's millions of people who are parents, people way, unfortunately, way worse than us parenting children, and stuff. Um, I think I'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. But that's pretty much the news from Babyland right now, as we're still trying in the mode of trying to make a baby. Like I say, I don't know what we're gonna do if things start to stretch out some months and things like that. We'll have to make that decision and cross that bridge when we get to it. And but I just wanted to share with you guys who are my followers and folks on my blog and everything, because you guys, know me a little bit, not not everything, but you know me a little bit and stuff, and I'm just really excited about this whole prospect and stuff. So if something happens, I'll let you all know. You won't be the first to know, but I'll let you know. Okay, and so I'll talk to everybody. Everybody have a good weekend. You have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Just enjoy yourselves and stay safe. All right, I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye bye.